taxpayer in Newton County too. And I'm gonna speak, in regards to the sale of the truck at the auction this past week. I got the bid on the 2021 red pickup, and I sent my money in yesterday. I thought everything was going well on it. So they've got my bid of $35,500 and $5. And so then I paid that out of my money management account, which was bringing me pretty good interest. And now, I've got that, I get a message that I can't get it now, that there was a mix up on with the county. And and from what I hear, it's the mix up probably shouldn't have happened anyway, because evidently all of you had signed the auction agreement on each item that's on there, and the auction had brought y'all quite a bit of money, and what I understand, more than $100,000 more than it was expected. So I think that I'm entitled to the truck. I don't want my money back. I want the truck. And so that's why I'm here today, and do what you got to do.
So y'all got any questions for Mr. Ted?
Why they say you couldn't have that truck?
County come back, said I couldn't have it. Said that it had to do with something about from the tax office about ratio.
Truth in taxation.
Yeah, and so that's the first I've ever heard of even that's happening, because over in Jasper County we've never had that happen.
Jasper County doesn't have a truck on
Well,
interest in thinking.
we have before, but took care of
You
it.
told it.
There'll be no more discussion in audit. We appreciate Mr. Ted. I will authorize you to speak.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. I just had a question, and
There'll be no answer.
no answer. Okay, I'm
So
sure.
you can present your question
Thank you.
and move forward.
Mine was just in regard to when you and I had the conversation on November the 10th in your office, when I thought you were aware, but by your response and exclamation of, well, I didn't sign that. And then I was aware of the agreement that the commissioners drew up about my overtime hours. And there were 4 places to sign, which Mr. Jefferson signed, Judge signed, and Ginger, our treasurer, Ginger Sims, signed. And then the place where I was to sign, I had requested by email several times, by phone calls, and even came into the office to see a copy of that agreement. I had requested to get a copy of that just to read over for myself. That was the only purpose of it. It's not for an attorney. Had not had any litigation. It wasn't for any purpose other than just to read over in the quiet of my own home, just to view that. And I had never received a response. And the day that I came into the office to get a copy, I was told by Miss Elizabeth it had been mail certified mail. And I said, well, could I go ahead and get a copy while I'm here? And she stated, no, you may not. And so the next day or two, I got a copy of it through the certified mail. Thanks to my mail carrier, she said, I can, with your permission, because I was leaving to go out of town. And I was afraid I was going to get stepped back even further because I wouldn't be in town to get it. She said, with your permission, I can receive it for you. So she helped me out with the timeline. So I got it. And when it was open on the line where my signature should have been and it had been written in, refused to sign. I had never by word, in jest, in writing, in any way indicated that I would refuse to sign. And when I mentioned that to the judge, he was in shock. He said, well, I didn't do that. And so he said he would find out who, and I hadn't heard anything else. And so my question is, who wrote in that? And I immediately refuted that. I sent an email. He was not aware of that email. He did not get that email. And I wondered why that email died and he did not get that email. He was not aware of that email because I sent a copy, a picture of that certified letter that had that refused to sign, and my PDF, I made sure it was a PDF of my refuted letter saying that just what I stated to you, not by deed, not by word, jest, or in any way. Anyway, I want an answer of who wrote that in. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Just with
You got a certain topic you need to talk about?
this.
Huh?
Yes, sir, but it's not on the agenda.
I'll give you 1 minute.
Not one.
You refuse?
Yeah, I'll try to say it. Yesterday, I attended some tax training. Yesterday, I attended some tax training, and something I've been awake since 2 o'clock in the morning thinking about, and I just wanted to share with you all this morning. One of the basic fundamentals in that training was, if you're going to spend taxpayers' money, it needs to be budgeted, or it needs to be an emergency. And the things this court's been going through over the last several weeks and even throughout the remainder of the year just appears to me as it's not an emergency and it's not budgeted items. I know you all have attended that training. And I just would ask the court respectfully this morning, if we are considering spending money that's not budgeted, we know we have some budget amendments coming, solid waste and other things that we defunded that we know we haven't solved that we're going to have to address. Let's stop spending taxpayers' money that's not budgeted, because the budgeting process allows our taxpayers to see where we're spending the money, allows them to review it and to comment on it. Continue spending unbudgeted money is just not wise. And I respectfully ask the court to consider this when they go forward today. Thank you.
Okay. We're closing the public hearing. Move on to item number 1 is deliberate and consider action on following items. Number 1, we passed over. Number 2 is Mr. Hancock here today.
Sir.
Also will be passed over. Number 3 is discuss and approve payment bill December 19th, 2022. Ms. Moore.
General fund, $251,175.41. Road and Bridge General, $585.64. Commissioner Precinct 1, Special, $12,751.35. Commissioner Special Precinct 2, $7,209.89. Commissioner Special Precinct 3, $10,145.19. Commissioner Special Precinct 4, $2,361.45. Sheriff's Contraband, $1,219.18. Solid Waste Disposal, $4,812.74. Newton County Library, $1,450.12. Historical Operating, $313.99. Pretrial Diversion, $497.67. Courthouse Emergency, grant $16,298.53. FEMA grants $141,607.95. Grants $3,836.38, for a total of all funds being $454,404.54. And of the general fund, the ARPA funds will be a total of $249,464.41.
A motion?
Make the motion, we pay the bill.
Motion been made by Mr. Benson, second Mr. White, that we pay the bills for December the 19th, 2022. The amount of $454,404.54. Any discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign opposed. Here none, passed. Number 4, discuss and probably approve expenditure for ARPA funds in the amount not to exceed $300,000 December 19th, 2022 to pay the bills.
The amount of ARPA funds again is $249,464.41.
What we got left in that fund?
I have a spreadsheet. Where you combine all whatever.
Your motion?
Almost gone? I have that spreadsheet. Okay.
Your motion?
I'll make it. I second. Got to pay the bill.
Motion been made by Mr. Palmer, second Mr. Benson, that we approve the expenditure of ARPA funds not to exceed $300,000 for the general fund payments December 19th, 2022. Any discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign opposed. Here none, passed. Motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Motion been made by Mr. Benson, second Mr. White, to adjourn 20 minutes after 9. Adjourn.